Two fact-checker articles have contradicted themselves. They try to say that one thing happened and the other says the other thing happened. More of this in this video. What is up, everybody? Republican here. And today we're going to be talking about these two articles right here on the Lead Stories fact-checker website. Now, fact-checkers have been a big thing lately. Candace Owens is taking them to court. And these fact-checkers have been all over the place in social media. My stepdad got fact-checked on his Facebook page. The Hodge twins keep on getting fact-checked on their pages. I've been fact-checked before. And I'm about ready to expose these guys real quick. Alright, so I'm going to read you two articles real quick. The first article I'm reading to you is the fact check. Video from Georgia does not show suitcases filled with ballots suspiciously pulled out from under a table. Poll watchers were not told to leave. And then I'm going to read to you that pipe break in Fulton County vote count center did not happen at the same time as the alleged vote note. And these, I'm telling you, man, they're going to contradict themselves, alright? So right now I'm going to read the first one, the fact check video from Georgia. Does security camera video show Fulton County, Georgia, election supervisors suspiciously pulling suitcases filled with ballots from under a table after telling poll workers to leave the room? And that election official continued to illegally count votes without required monitors in a manner that calls into question Joe Biden's narrow win over Donald Trump in Georgia. And here's what the fact check says. Ready for this? It's very unbelievable. Ready? No. This claim's not true. There's the fact check. Alright? And then now it's just going to talk about a bunch of nonsense. Here we go. Ready? Two high-level officials of Georgia Secretary of State office and a state election board monitor each told lead stories. They told stories. They're not telling facts, they're telling stories, guys. So listen up. They're going to tell their stories. Ready? Monitors each told their lead stories that their investigations revealed nothing suspicious in the video. So according to their story, nothing happened in the video. Oh, I am so glad these fact checkers could just clear everything up for me. I'm so glad that these two investigators that I don't even know who they are, they didn't even give me the names of these two investigators. Oh, but I'm so glad that they could fact check that for me. I'm so glad that I just know everything that happened now. I'm so glad that they could tell me that nothing suspicious happened in the video. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. Okay, a child could tell me nothing suspicious in a video. Does not mean that it's correct. And also, suspicious is more of an opinionated thing, so why you put an opinion in a fact check, that's kind of weird. The officials said that the ballots seen in the videos were not regular The official said the ballots seen in the video were in regular ballot containers, not suitcases. Oh, so now it's a grammatical correction now. Okay, typical Democrat. This is what Democrats do. Three things Democrats usually do. They'll either say, you can't say that because you're this, this, or this. They'll grammar correct you, or they'll just straight up insult you the whole time. Those are the three leftist arguments that you'll get every time. Alright, I'm going to continue. They have been removed from their envelopes and processed while news media and election observers for the Republican Party and Trump's campaign were present. So, just because they were removed and processed while election observers were there. Alright, now hold on. Let this, just remember that. Just remember that they said that these envelopes were processed while the Republican Party and campaign were present, alright? Just keep that in mind. The media party observers were never told to leave. Okay? They were told never to leave because counting was over for the night. So the media was never told to leave because counting was over for the night. So I don't know who's bringing this up. I don't know why you're bringing this up. Okay, because just because they weren't told to leave because something happened does not mean that they weren't told to leave because something else happened. Here's why they were told to leave. I'm on the second fact check website. Let me find it. The pipe leak at Atlanta State Farm Arena happened around 6 a.m. Tuesday, November 3rd, 2020. I don't know why it says Tuesday, November 3rd. It should actually say Tuesday. It should say Wednesday, November 4th, because how are you counting votes? They were counting votes on election day. How are you counting votes at 6 a.m.? That just doesn't make sense. So that should be 6 a.m. Wednesday of November 4th. Fact check. Just fact check that. And delayed start of absentee ballot counting for about 2 hours. Delayed. And according to officials, so they were told to leave. They were told to leave because of the flood or the pipe break. Alright, after the media, I'm back on the first article. The media and party observers were never told to leave because of the counting was over for the night, but apparently followed workers who left once their job of opening envelopes was completed. Okay. So they said they apparently followed the workers who left. So they still left the area. They still left, but they weren't told to leave, so it's okay. The chief investigator of Secretary of State told Lead Stories. The observers were free to return any time, she said. The law allows observers, but does not require them for ballots to be counted, she said. Okay, that clears it all up. You don't need observers to count votes. You can just count votes unsupervised. And best yet, no one will think anything of it. Unless you have a brain in your head, of course. But I am so glad this fact check just gave it all to me and made me realize, hey, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should take this tinfoil hat off my head. Maybe fraud didn't happen. Yeah. I mean, they don't require poll observers at the places when they count votes. So why should I ever question this election, man? You know what? Maybe it's my fault for... You know, this is all my fault for wanting a good election, not their fault for not making the election fair. So, Georgia law observers does not require them to be there. Okay. So back to the first thought right here. Remember when I said keep that thought in mind? So when it says that when they removed the envelopes and the election observers for the Republican Party and the campaign were present, then it says the law does not require them for them to be counted. I don't know how no one can think this is suspicious at all. How can you not think this is suspicious? Poll observers are not required, and you're going to tell me this was a fair election? Sure. Especially when we have video footage of Republicans not able to poll watch in Atlanta, which is part of Fulton County. Because that's what it's called. It's Fulton County. I just realized. I'm an idiot. So yeah, what do you think about this? And also, when it says they're able to come back at any time, the other article says that they're evacuated. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Election Day forced evacuation of Fulton County, Georgia. Fulton County, Georgia. Forced evacuation. So they could have came back at any time even though they were evacuated. I don't know. This is all suspicious to me. Keep the faith, guys. Trump didn't lose yet. Not yet, anyways. He still may lose. He may. But he hasn't necessarily lost yet. This election process is not over till these court cases are done. And all this... Hey, Donald Trump is your president, if you like it or not.